Aqui tem um alenque. Rapaz. I'm listening to Na Alasan Tiparga. Shumble. Do you want me to dance before I come to start the program? family. All right, family. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. Greetings to you all, family, and welcome to the channel. It's your brother Prince Ayoko. You know, as you always know, it's all about, remembering the ancestors and what they have left behind for us, especially when we listen to their history and then we dance to it. It's not just for only entertainment purposes, but as well as, empowering us and motivating us. Listening to the voice of the ancestors is a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a very, 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 very big blessing to we, especially to we Africans at home, our brothers in the diaspora, that's our families, our brothers and sisters, as well as, each and every person who has anything to do with the spirit of Africa, with the ancestral roots that has to have Africa involved, and above all, the color black. Trust me, this should be a very blessing to us, a very big blessing to all of us, not we those at home alone, but to all of us as in general, to all of us as in general. Greetings to you all, family, and the chat. Please do try as much as you can to share this video to go beyond boundaries, because I'm having a very important message, as well as teachings, advices, as well as, wisdom for all of us. I'm not just referring it to me alone, but to all of us, especially to those who is on this chat. It's very important for me to come out to share this with you, so that those of you who don't know will know. To those of you who knows will learn more. That's what I'm saying. To those of you who don't know will know. And to those who already know will learn more. And please do try as much as you can to also share your part of the story with regards to whatever you know about what I'm going to say or what I'm going to share with you tonight. Thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience. And thank you so much for hanging around with me at this time of the night. I appreciate you all. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patience. And I appreciate everything that you do just to hang around, to be on this class, to listen to whatever I have to share. The topic for tonight is don't rush. Don't rush. Take your time and learn. Don't rush. Take your time and learn. That's the topic for tonight. My sister Sinovia, really blessed love to you. Greetings to you, my sister. How are you doing? B. Baldestin, blessed love to you. You said we are 70% water. Yes, that's why I believe in water. I like taking water, especially when the weather is warm. I like drinking water. And then I have my sister on the chat. Love to travel with Wave. Blessed love to you, my sister. Greetings to you. Forward my family to the, forward my greetings to the family at St. Thomas and the Caribbean and the US as in general. Forward my greetings to each and everyone. Greetings to Brother Van. Greetings to Sister Edith Rose. Greetings to Brother Eddie. Blessed love to all the families in the Caribbean. And greetings to Nia as well as her father, Uncle George. Blessed love to all of you families at St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands. Blessed love to you all. Africa Bound, one love to you, blessed love to you. He said, back again. Yeah. And B. Baldessi said, I'm on the wrong side of the world. Prince, you have this fine music redemption with you. Yes, that's all about what I'm saying. Yeah. And B. Baldessi said Queen's Guest House will be Queen's Guest House will be fine place. Yes, it's coming along. Sinovia really said, I'm more fire. I'm more fire. In Jamaica, when they say I'm more fire, it's like make it blazing. Make the fire blazing. Keep the fire blazing. I'm more fire. Fire burn them. Blessed love to I family all over the world. My family in the US, my family in the Caribbean, my family in Australia, my family in Africa, my family in all over the world, in Europe, all over the world. The family is big. The family is very, 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 very big. But you know what? No matter how your family is, make sure that you know when your family is big, you have to make sure that each and every member of the family has a responsibility. Family responsibility is a collective responsibility. Quite apart from that responsibility, that is a collective responsibility in the family, each individual in the family has a responsibility that has to come from them. Each and everyone has to contribute their quota in uplifting the family. And by doing that, it doesn't have to have selfishness. People don't have to have selfishness to, work on their purpose. Especially we Africans at home and in the diaspora. And each and every positive-minded person. The color isn't always the matter. What matters the most is what you have on your head. What you have to uplift others. What you have to do to uplift the next generation. That's the other people. And this generation also counts. Because you know what? Sometimes this is what you don't know when you are learning. Always, when you see me take a picture and raise my hand like this picture that I have behind me, when I lift up my hand like this and take a picture, do you know what it means? It means one. We are one people under one umbrella. One people under one umbrella. This is what we always have to think about when we are dealing with any kind of situation in this world with regards to our fellow humans. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you something tonight. There is never a day that a human will have a problem with a tree. There is never a day that a human will have a problem with something that does not talk. As a human, you always have a problem with something that talks for you to listen and understand what they say. That's where you start to have problem. So and therefore, We have to consider each other as one people. This is a very positive vibration that I'm sharing with you tonight. Either you like what I'm sharing or you don't like what I'm sharing. Trust me, it's what it is. But above all, above everything, how can we, as one people, come together to create the better future, to build the better future, to put on the trenches, that's the foundations for the next generation. It's in our hands. The foundations for the next generations is in our hands. It's in this our palms. Whatever we build for them is what they would have. When we put on a good foundation for them, they will have it. When we put on a poor foundation for them, trust me, they will blame us. They will not blame anyone for that. They would never blame anyone for that. It's just like our parents. When your parents do anything to you which is bad, you can take someone's parents, to be responsible for whatever your parent did to you. But you hold your parents responsible for whatever they did, to make you not have a good future. Trust me, that is what it is. The reason why I'm saying all of this is because I want us to come back to our senses as matured people. I want us to know that as humans, we are walking with our feet and not our heads. We are walking with our feet and not our heads. If any one of us, when I talk to people, I don't exclude myself. Myself is included because we are all humans. But what I'm saying is that if anyone in this chat comes out to tell me that he or she doesn't walk on their feet and walks on their head, they should better show me the middle of their head, so that I'll show them that, look, this is the cause of what makes you to have this part of your, the skin of your hair, of your head not having hair on it. When you walk on your head, there is never a day that you have hair to grow there. It will be bad. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from moral lessons and wisdom. I'm speaking from a moral lesson and wisdom. This is why I call this particular conversation the hot topic. It's a hot topic. This is the reality about what I'm saying. Now, this is the point that I'm going to make tonight. For each and every one of us to learn as Africans and as brothers and sisters, this doesn't have to go against anyone. I'm just coming out with my own point of view about things that I'm saying, which make we Africans, especially African Americans, and then Africans living on the continent, to look like it has gotten to a point that it's like we are almost at war. This is highly impossible, because it is Ashantis have a proverb that says that openyin entena fie ema esaidie enfo. Openyin entena fie ema esaidie enfo. That the elderly will not sit home for things to get wet when it's raining. The elderly will not sit idly at home to watch things that the rain can spoil, to make it spoil. At least if they can't do anything, they will bring it to the safe place to prevent it from getting spoiled or from getting wet that can make it spoil. This is what I'm saying. When we are all on these YouTube streets, some people see it as business. Some people see it as a way of living, which is good. Because one thing that makes me to understand and agree to them is that if you don't have the resources, you can't just get into YouTube and share a video, share whatever you have for people to watch. Because you know what, before you upload it, you have to pay for the internet, which takes money. Before you take a video, you have to have either a video camera or you have a phone to do that, or you have a computer or whatever you have to do that. It has to take you money to buy it. I understand all what is involved, but then quite apart from that, when you are using your money, when you are using your resources and everything to teach in order to get paid, YouTube is just like school that is being built by either the government or either a person that has the resources that will build this and say, hey, come and work for me. At the end of the month, I'll pay you this. Then at the end of the month, then you get it and go, or and still be at the work. That is how it is. But the opportunities that we, those who has these YouTube channels have, we are having this YouTube channel to teach people and not to lead people astray. Just like when you see some brothers and sisters in the diaspora, when they come to Africa from the US, from Europe, from Asia, from any part of the world, maybe sometimes, when they come, especially on their first time of visiting Africa, or maybe sometimes when they come to settle, they start to have problem with the people just because what they get over there is not here. That's the problem. Sometimes they have problems with lands. Sometimes they have problems with water. Sometimes they have problems with electricity. Sometimes they have problems with the internet. Sometimes they have problems with the people, the immediate people that they live with. Sometimes they have problems with them. Why all these problems? If you think that where you left to come and settle here is all good, why not just settle there in peace and come to have all these problems? This is not okay. Even if it is okay for you, well, I understand people's feelings, but then it's like when you are traveling, before you leave your house, you have to make sure that anything that you need for the travels will be in your, in your luggage. You have it in your bag. You package everything, you zip it, you lock it, and then you take it along with you. Family, am I making sense? Let me know before I continue, because either I make sense or I don't make sense. This is the hot topic. I'm going to share that, and I'm going to come out with much more hot topics, just for all of us to learn and to, be blessed. You understand? We are all one people under one umbrella, and we have to always, work in accordance with the mission, the purpose. This is exactly what I'm saying. The mission and the purposes in our lives is much, 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 much concerned when we are starting our journey. Because remember, on the last live video that I make, I told you that life itself is a journey. The more you live, the more you learn. Life itself is a journey. The more you live it, the more you learn from it. And when you are traveling in the journey of life, you have to what? You have to be, upgrading, and you don't have to be declining. When you are embarking on a journey and you are upgrading, it means you're moving forward, is on the right track and on the right direction. But when you are embarking on a journey and you are moving backwards, you are, declining. But sometimes when people also come here to what? Have problems, sometimes I do understand them, especially when it comes to electricity, the internet and everything. That has to do with something that, you pay to get, and at the end of the day is poor. You'll be upset. Trust me. I don't say this in favor of anyone. I'm saying what is supposed to be done and something that is supposed to be going on. Right now, for example, this live stream that I'm having can easily go off because of what? Internet failure, power outage. Fine, I understand what it takes. And at the same time, when I put my thoughts in the opposite way. I will ask myself, when the power is out, what is my next option? Even though I pay for it and everything, but when it's out, what is my next option? That is what we have to think about. There's a whole lot of things that when we do, especially those who are moving to Africa, there's a whole lot of things that not only in Ghana, in the entire continent of Africa, wherever you move to, we have to know that, well, the West is quite developed than Africa. So it's just like, for example, when you are living uh, on the surface of a hole, when you are living on the surface of a hole, and then at some point you don't want to live on the surface and you want to go inside the hole, you should always remember that the hole is full of darkness, but on the surface of the hole is full of what? Light. So either you do this or you don't do that, you still have lightning at the surface. But then when you go into the hole, what do you have to expect? What you have to expect is darkness. So this is what I'm talking about. If I was born and raised in the diaspora like my brothers and sisters who were born and raised there, trust me, and finally decide to move to Africa, I would have come with like some kind of gadgets that I think is good for me to bring along. Said that at least when this happens, I have this. When this happens, I have this. And if I know that living in the darkness is okay for me, I will just come and live with the people like that. When it's dark, we should live. When it's not dark, we should live. After all, I know that I'm coming to Africa, but it isn't everybody who knows this about Africa. So this is one thing that I'm teaching tonight, that we all have to appreciate and think again and prepare very well for our journey. That's why I said, take your time, don't rush. Take your time, don't rush. Taking your time and not rushing means that you should take your time and mobilize whatever you have, organize whatever you have, get everything that you have, come and then live a good life. Even when you have the necessary, things that you need at your home, trust me, you will never pay any bill. When you have your own source of water, your own source of electricity, your own source of food, who are you going to pay bill for? No bills, no taxes at your home. But how can we do to get this kind of, sustainable life or sufficient life? That's the question, the biggest question on board tonight. Yeah, so family, as I said, there's a whole lot of things that I have to share with you, but then we have to all, think about whatever we are doing. You understand? We have to all think about whatever we are doing, and we have to also be mindful of whatever life has to offer. Sometimes it's very funny, and it's a shame that when you go to buy something on credit and then you tell the person to add you some more as interest. You can't buy something on credit and ask for interest. Or let's say, let's just say something like that. Here you can just go to the market, buy food. Let's say when you go to the market and buy like 3 tubers of yam for 15 cedis, and then you tell the person to add you one more tuber of yam for free. In the Bali, we call it tuha, something that you buy plenty and they will just add you a little bit. It's a kind of customer strategy that we do here. It's a kind of business strategy that we do to customers. Like when you buy something and the money is a little bit big, then they will add you something a little bit for free. But when you go and buy something on credit basis, how can you ask for something for free on top of it? That's what I mean. There's a whole lot of things that when we are doing, We don't think otherwise before we do it. We don't think into deeper before we do it. And we don't even take our time. You understand? We are just rushing. When I say we are just rushing, I'm talking about, some more YouTubers who are doing this. Not only YouTubers, but the majority of people who are moving to Africa and doing all of this. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you, and it can never help you. It will never and ever help you. You understand? If you come with bare hands, live like you've come with bare hands. If you come with money, live like you've come with money. Do your own things that can make you survive. You understand? First of all, this is very hot. This topic is hot, trust me. And it isn't everybody who will come just like that. It is not everybody who will come like that. There are some people, they will come with everything that they want. There are some people, they will put down their plans and everything before they come. So when they come, they don't have a problem. Especially when you come to Africa and you already build a path, make a path, develop some relationship before you come, you will not have problem with all what I'm saying. But mostly you see someone just leave the US, no connection to Africa, doesn't know anything about Africa, doesn't know any kind of honest and trustworthy person in Africa, and just try to move to Africa because we are all black people. Look, the world has changed. The world has totally changed. It isn't everyone who will just meet you, who will just see you and wants to help you just because you are from a different place or you are a stranger. There are some people, when you come, you can live with them and whatever, but you have to take care of yourself. There are some people, when you come, you have to live with them and they will take care of you, your accommodation, your food, your shelter. That's the same thing as the accommodation, your travels and everything. You understand? This is what Africa has got. It has got so many different things, just like the way the West has got so many different things. But then we shouldn't rush. We shouldn't rush in such a way that, me, for instance, if I know that I'm traveling to the US, I'll know where I'm going. The state that I'm going, I'll know. The house that I'm going to live, I'll know. If I'm going to work, the work that I'm going to do, I know. When I'm going to do a business, the business that I'm going to do, I know. When I'm taking this amount of money to go to do the business, I know. When I'm going without money and just the only plane ticket I have to pay for to go and struggle and hustle to get work, I know. So I will have to take my time to plan very well before I move. You understand? I'm just citing an example. We don't travel anyhow. We don't travel anyhow, especially to those kind of dramatic people who will come to Africa and later be crying that they did not get snacks, they did not get this, they did not get that. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what do you mean? If you want snacks, go and get kulikuli from the local woman. As low as 20 pesos, you get kulikuli and chew. That's snacks. Kulikuli is a kind of cake that is, made from peanuts by our local women. You understand? But Charlie, sometimes we have to be mindful. We have to act like adults. We have to be acting like, behaving like we are matured. You understand? Yes, Sister Edith Rose, blessed love to you. And Sister Yevlin go say blessed love to you, my Haitian sister, blessed love to you. So Isato Space, blessed love to you. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this because I want each and everyone to have a good life when they come. Traveling itself is a job. Migrating itself is a job. But then you know, it has to take you to have some connections to do some migrations. It has to take you to do, to have some kind of, finances to migrate. It has to also take you to build up yourself very well before you migrate. When I say build up yourself very well, I'm talking about, when a person has the right connections, when a person has, everything that they can take to live in peace, to live in freedom, and, and above all, um, by traveling or by migrating, especially when you are moving to a particular place, sometimes there are certain things that when you do that will not sit well with others. You have to know all of this, and then you have to also respect others feelings and so on. Said that when you come you will not have problem. You understand? Just like there was this credit union in Accra. I never heard about that credit union in northern Ghana, and I've never even heard about it until recently when I searched it. Then I got to know it was some Rastafari group that created this credit union, and it was called Black Star Line, something like that. Like that, this brother make on his channel. Uh, Go Black to Africa, that he make on his channel, and he said a bank in Ghana has scammed African Americans or scammed people, or let's say the government of Ghana or Ghanaians. He just make it generally to look like Ghanaians, and I was like, what? My brother, do you know what you are saying? For how long has Ghana has been dealing with banks? The mother of all banks in Ghana is the Bank of Ghana. Any bank that has problems, they will lock it up. They will just lock it up, and they will never have anything to do with banking again. You understand? Credit union is different from a government registered bank. You understand? So sometimes this is what I'm saying, that on the YouTube streets, people come out to say certain things just to feed others, to put some kind of fears on their minds, just because of their what? Selfish gains. Because they know when they share these informations, they will have a lot of viewership. They will have a lot of whatever it has to take for them to have it. They don't make research very well. They just come out with whatever information they have, to tarnish the name of others and to make benefit from tarnishing the names of that people, especially when you are tarnishing the name of a country, an entire country like Ghana. This is not good. Yeah, that's not right. Let's all be frank and be like honest. I have friends in Ghana here who are not Ghanaians, who are foreigners, and have bank accounts here for several years. Many, 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 many years. They never had any problem. So how can a credit union that is not even a registered bank, it's just a credit union, you understand? How can they dupe people, especially that credit union is not a Ghanaian based credit union company or whatever they call themselves? Scam people, and then you just come out and say Ghanaians had did this. When you were in Ghana till you left Ghana, who scammed you? You went to Fadama, old Fadama, that's Agbogbleshi, the most wicked place in Accra, that when you go to even take videos, they were cautioning you, asking you several things, and some good Samaritans come and say, hey, leave him, let him do whatever you're doing. But why all of this? We are all one people. We don't have to tarnish the names of others. This is why I call this the hot bench. You understand? I call this the hot bench because I come out to say what I know people lie about. What I know we have to do to help each other, to uplift each other, and what I know we can do to, put things on the right path and not lead people astray. You understand what I mean? And my next upcoming topics, is going to base on lands that people buy, lands that Ghanaians buy, lands that Africans buy, lands that diasporans, Europeans, and everybody buys with problems. That will be my next video that I'm gonna make, because under normal circumstances, no one is supposed to buy a land that in the near future they will say the land did not belong to him, he or she again. No one is supposed to buy land, you know, in the darkness. Never buy land in the darkness. I have a lot to share about that, but I'm gonna put a hold to it for today. But all what I'm saying is that, look, take your time, my brothers and sisters. Just take your time. Be patient. Learn. Take your time and learn. Take your time and prepare. Take your time and do the right things before you embark on your journey. When you do that, it's going to be very, very helpful to all of us, and not we or you, like not me or you, but it's going to be good to all of us. Sister Erica Wilson, blessed love to you. How are you doing? How is our families at your side doing? We have to look, we are all matured people, very, very matured people, but sometimes we do things as if we are kind of nursery students or kindergarten students. We don't have to be doing all of this. We have to think deeper, deeper and deeper, so that when the future is good, it will be good for all of us. When it's bad, then we should take it bad as something that we have created. If no YouTuber will come out and tell you all of this, I'll come out and tell you that, because you know what, I am on the soil of Africa. I was born and bred on the soil of Africa. I was born and raised at home by elders, not only my family, but by elders in the community at large. So if certain things is going on which I see that do not go right, I'll come out and talk about it. You understand? It is said, there's a Nigerian proverb that says that whatever the elderly person can sit down and see from afar, from a very far distance, when the little child climbed the Iroko tree. The Iroko tree is the most tallest tree in Nigeria. They can never see it. It means that whatever an elderly person can sit down and think about, when a child climbed Mountain Everest, they can never see that. It's not about your body. It's not about your beauty. It's not about your fastness. It's about what you take your time, use your knowledge, use your wisdom, and then think about. That makes you an elderly person. And it is not every person who has gray hair, not every person who is much older who has all of this. It's naturally gifted. And it's also sometimes depends on how we were raised. So that's why I always give a very big shout out to the good fathers and good mothers. Blessed love to all of you. I salute you all. It's not easy raising up a child. It's not easy, especially raising children to higher standards. It's not easy, especially within some environments. It's not easy. Trust me. It's not easy, especially nowadays, especially in this present world. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I hope and pray that we'll be able to put down a very good foundation for the future generation, a very good legacy for the future generation, so that each and every one of them will live, to, harvest the fruits that we left for them. Our family, I'm coming to the end of the video. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for coming along with me, and thank you so much for listening. And whatever I say that makes you unhappy, I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Whatever I said that makes you happy, trust me, it's just the truth. You understand? I don't say this to make this person happy. I don't say this to make the other person happy. It is the reality of life, especially in this current generation. We are acting as if we know all, but deep down inside, we are acting like deep down inside we are children. Even children knows much more than us. But let's all try to learn from each other. Let's all try to put our heads together. Let's all try to maintain peace and order. Let's all try to respect each other. Let's all try to think about our purposes with regards to the future. When we do all of this, we'll really know who we are as one people. I pray that the Almighty God and our ancestors will bless us, give us a very wonderful night, and a very good sleep. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I pray that each and everyone who is sick, each and everyone who is having problems with their health, I pray that the Almighty God and our ancestors will heal them very well. And I pray that all those who are going astray, the Almighty God and our ancestors will bring them back and take them and lead them to the right path. To those who are already following the right path, I pray that the Almighty God and our ancestors will clear the path for you to go in peace. Stay blessed, stay focused, have a wonderful night, and enjoy everything that you want in your life. I pray and I thank you so much for coming on board. Blessed love to you. Peace.